Hey, good evening. I'm really happy to have you here. My name is Daniel. I was a professional opera singer and beatboxer, and tonight we're going to be listening to Shogo's Nighthawk beatbox routine. So, Shogo is such an incredible beatboxer, a true one-of-a-kind pioneer in the scene, and I love listening to his music, and he's so creative and ingenuitive, and I am thrilled. As of the time of this recording, he just released this new track, and I am so excited to jump into it, and I hope you are as well. So without any further delay, let's jump into it.
どの街にも朝が来る干からびた夢でも誰かの光になる I don't wanna pollute this feeling There is light deep in the dark night 夜はHop sheep kept stop slap You gonna make it Let go You're gonna map Gonna hear the I'm all set あとはすべてがつながるだけ Nighthawk star だから You gonna make it You gonna make it
Oh my gosh. Something that you can always depend on Shogo in terms of his routines is that his style is so authentically his own. Even though he utilizes so many of the same sounds that fits his style in several routines, he always comes up with very new creative ways to apply them and creates these really gorgeous atmospheres to fit whatever environment he's in. Whether it was his flower dance, where it was very bright and very just whimsical, this one felt very light and very airy. Almost as if you were floating and you were just vibing to his groove, and oh my gosh, so many fun little accents and textural choices within his groove and his beats. Just, yeah, man. Very similar to the flower dance. It just makes me feel good. Similar to almost all of his tracks, honestly. It's just so nice. There's a certain charm to it, and this atmosphere is so bright and warm, and it just envelops you in that incandescent radiance. And it's just, it makes my heart sing, dude. Wow. Really great stuff, man. Really great stuff. Let's jump into the analysis so I can pick apart the musical cadences a little bit more. Just immediately starting off with that very bright, but with that kind of texture, it just immediately sets that tone, immediately puts you in Shogo's realm, and creates the atmosphere for the piece immediately, just shining that bright, happy sound, and just saying that this sound is going to be the staple, the thing that keeps this piece together. And utilized in very creative ways, and just incorporating those very beginning sounds with that strong snare Just a really great way to start the piece. Very well composed.
来る干からびた夢でも
And his voice is so lovely.
誰かの光になる I don't wanna pollute this feeling There is light deep in the dark night 夜は Hop, sleep, sleep, keep, stop, slap You gonna make it
I love these effects. It's nothing too far out of the ordinary. It's a pretty chilled, relaxed groove, very bright sounds. A lot of breath work as well. Just sealing off air coming in with your tongue and then taking it all in at once by releasing your tongue. And utilizing that as more of a, not just a way to intake air, but actually utilize it in a way that contributes to the forward momentum of the piece, in a way that's just contributing to that atmosphere as well, that very breathy, very light and chilled groove. Oh, it's genius, man. Genius. And that sound, so well utilized, again contributing to that bright atmosphere, charming sounds. Just it's just so well composed, man. And his pitch accuracy is just as exceptional as always. And again, like I was mentioning, that staple, that effect, but with that texture. I have a very difficult time doing it at the same time, which just goes to show you how impressively skilled Shogo is at immediately creating these sounds without any prep time and mastering all of the fundamentals of not just his sounds, but his style, and incorporating them in such a way that's beautiful and dazzlingly charming and bright and chef's kiss, man. Oh yeah, and that sucker punch. It's like I was mentioning earlier, when you just seal off the air coming in with your tongue, but actually instead of creating that effect, it's right before you seal it off kind of thing. And it's really great ways to intake air there to further contribute to the groove as well. Really great stuff. And listen to his snare here. Not the inward K's of, but his actual spit snare. It's not the most crisp or the most clean spit snare, but it has this kind of sound where it's not as sharp and clean cut, but because it has that more loose feeling, it actually further contributes to this atmosphere he's building, where instead of hearing do 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 very crisp snares, you get do 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 do. It's held on just a little bit longer, and you get a little bit more of that loose, free-flowing feeling. Not so much of that very crisp, but very exact technical stuff, even though a lot of those elements are being portrayed in the piece. Your brain doesn't immediately go to, oh, listen to how incredibly technical and skilled and precise this is. It obviously is, but because the groove and these very subtle changes in how he executes his snare, how he executes the overall flow of the piece, it is just very loose and free floating. And this is exactly the kind of vibe you get, where you get very intricate and very technical beatboxing, but under the guise, under this veneer of lighthearted charm and a free-flowing nature. It's just, he meshes so many contrasting elements so flawlessly together. It's so majestic. I love it. Yeah, I love this so much, because the bass he uses here is a really gentle lip roll bass. And oftentimes that bass can be used for very heavy beatbox drops, but here again it's just contributing to this flow, this very light atmosphere, and it does sound like a more grounding effect, but again he is utilizing contrasting sounds, contrasting elements to create a fully functional piece. It's the perfect meshing of a Venn diagram into one circle to create this beautiful musical organism, if you will. I know that was really weird, but try to roll with me on this. But even after those lip rolls, you get these very technical snares that he's about to get into. Like, let's listen to this. Boo kind of feeling, and it's such a good flow. These combos are so sick, dude. Like, just listen to how he mixes up the groove here. Into this kind of feeling. And just his ability to transition between these grooves. Those transitions are so seamless that you can hardly even tell you're in a new groove, because the sensation and the atmosphere of the piece is still identical to itself. You know, it's so flawless.
I'm all set. あとはすべてがつながるだけ Night Hawks だから You gonna make it
Such a great utilization of that sound, just as an accent. You know, it's not the star of the cadence, but it just adds a nice new element to the piece that we haven't heard so far, and it's just touched upon and contributes so much to the entirety of that cadence. It's so well composed, dude. Again, just great utilizations of these very bright, very benign sounds, and it's incredible, dude. No other beatboxer I know utilizes these pretty simple sounds to make in such creative and intuitive and dazzling ways.
You gonna make it.
And immediately, instead of having a gentle retard, it's just a very strong retard of you're gonna take it. It's almost as though it's not even a retard at all. It's just, we're now in this new tempo. But I don't know. I feel like there was a very just rapid retard there. Let me listen to it one more time.
You gonna make it.
Yeah, so that was more of a very dramatic slow down into this ending retard. So it does more feel like a retard the more that I think about it. But, yeah, I want to listen to that one more time. Sorry. It's just so dazzling.
You gonna make it.
Yeah, and just that fall off there on that bass. Such a smooth, consistent bass. Yeah, man. So great. Shogo. So dazzling, so incredible. Your compositions are amazing, and your mixing and mastering is very tight, very clean. Your voice is beautiful. Truly one of the best beatboxers out there, in my opinion. So unique, so dynamic, so expressive, so authentically yourself. Incredible work, Shogo. Incredible. I absolutely loved it. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If y'all liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you didn't like it, please leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. I do read all of the comments, even if I may not heart or reply to all of them, so please just know that your comments do not go unnoticed. I am working on my Patreon right now. I finally figured out a way to start uploading content to it without it getting blocked, and I'm really excited to actually keep working through this, and I'm really excited to launch it to you when it's ready to be launched. My live streams are currently Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you guys would like to stop by and say hey or ask any questions about myself or the channel, I'd be more than happy to be there for you guys. I want to take this time to appreciate all of you for being here and watching these videos. It really does mean a lot to me, so honestly, thank you so much. And I can't wait to see all of you in the next video. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone.